Good morning, student. To continue with our financial market, yesterday we started with money market. Now we discussed about two instruments yesterday of money market, that was treasury bill or zero coupon bond and commercial paper. Now next three are call money, or we can call them call loan also, certificate of deposit and commercial bill. Today we will discuss about this. Now first is call money. As the word suggests, call, maximum dealings are on phone, and this is done by commercial banks to maintain their CRR, that is cash reserve ratio, because they have to maintain a certain cash reserve ratio with the RBI, to with the RBI, and it changes from time to time. So to maintain that cash, they have to take an help of call money instrument. Now, call money is a method by which banks borrow from each other to be able to maintain cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio is determined by RBI, and call loan means the loan document that payment for which can be made at a short notice, either by the borrower or by the lender, both. Now, the maturity is, it is the shortest 1 to 15 days. Now 1 to 15, remember this, 1 to 15 days. On the basis of this, is called call loans, or they are absolutely liquid because they can be transferred, converted into money within no time. Now the number of person dealing is small, only commercial banks are there, and minimum value of an instrument is 10 crore. Mostly dealing is in 100 crores or more than that. The call money transactions are made on telephone, and paper formalities are done after. All the formalities are done after. Only on call money you can do the transaction. The lender issues a check to the borrower through RBI. In lieu of it, the borrower gives a call money borrowing receipt to the lender. The borrower returns the money through an RBI check and gets his check back. Both the lender and the borrower can pay or ask for money before the maturity also. Now next is certificate of deposit. Certificate of deposit is a negotiable instrument which can be transferred after a certain period of time, that is 45 days, through endorsement. Now certificate of deposit are unsecured, negotiable, short-term instrument in bearer form, issued by scheduled commercial banks and Indian financial institutions like IDBI, IFCI, ICIA, SIDB and Exim Bank. Exim Bank is for export. Now these can be issued to individual, association, corporation and companies, etc. During a period of time, we have tight liquidity when the deposit growth of bank is slow but demand for of credit is high. These help to mobilize a large amount of money for short period, that is 91 to 365 days. Now certificate of deposit are issued on discount, and an investor can transfer the certificate of deposit after 45 days through endorsement, 20%. And for this, a stamp duty has to be paid on the face value of the certificate. Now the minimum value is 5 lakh and minimum transaction is of 25 lakhs. 5 lakh and multiples, but minimum transaction you have to do is 25 lakhs. Now last is commercial bill. Now commercial bill we have done with a different name in accounts in class 11, that was bills of exchange. Now to increase the today, because of cutthroat, there is a cutthroat market is there. So every person wants to sell his product. For that he has to sometimes sell your credit also. For credit sales, a commercial bill is issued. Now commercial bill is a negotiable instrument which can be easily transferred. It is used to finance the credit sales. The seller or the drawer draws the bill on drawing. The buyer honors the bill on due date, and if the seller needs money, he can, before the due date, he can get the bill discounted from the bank. It is a short-term instrument generally issued for a period of 90 days. Now the seller writes the bill and the buyer accepts it. After having the bill accepted, the bill remains in the custody of the seller for 90 days, maximum 90 days. He can get the bill in cash from the bank and meet the requirement of the. In this way, the seller gets the money and the buyer gets goods on credit. So it means that to increase the sales, to boost the sales, the seller has to sell the goods on credit and he issues commercial bill. Thank you.